Fantasy Surfer is a great way to get engaged with surfing. If you're not watching World Surf League Tour already, it gives you a great reason to watch it, to get behind some surfers without having to bet money on it. If you're already watching the tour, it increases your engagement in the sense that rather than rooting for one or two surfers, there's going to be surfers on your team who maybe you wouldn't normally root for, and it gets you rooting for them. It's a really good way to add an extra element of enjoyment to the tour without having to put money down betting. It gives you that attachment and support for surfers. So here's how to play. I should add at this stage that this isn't a tips video. If you're already playing, you probably don't need to go through this video. This video really is aimed at complete beginners to the Fantasy Surfer world. As I say, there are two versions. In this video, I'm going to deal with the World Surf League Fantasy Surfer on their website. If you want to watch the video about the Surfer Mag version, please click here. I have a separate video about that. So once you've registered to the World Surf League's Fantasy Surfer, you will get a screen which looks something like this, although your surfers will all have Add Athlete signs in them. You basically go down, click on the Add Athlete, it brings up your options and you choose. There's a bit more stats there than on the Fantasy, the Surfer Mag version. You get your average heat scores, max heat score for the year, obviously 2016 stats, year's experience, average placing and number of points. It's quite helpful in putting your team together because the sort of purpose of the fantasy version on the World Surf League is slightly different. It's not just about progressing to get points. You actually get points on the points they score in the event. So not only do you want someone who's going to go into a long way into the event, you don't want someone who's going to be just creeping through with low scores. You want somebody who's going to be going through with 18s, 19s if possible, because that's the score you get and that's what adds up towards the end. The actual categorization of the tiers is a bit more rigid on this version. When you look at the surfers in the lists, you've got in this section 19 in tier 1 you've got surfers 1 to 8 ranked in the world. So at the moment we do have Matty Wilkins and Chloe Andy, a lot of people in there who did well at the first event and you wouldn't necessarily expect to be at the sort of higher area on the tour by the end of the year, for example. Tier B is surfers from 9 to 24, I believe, or 25, and then Tier C is the back end, the rest of the tour. Again, just like the Surfer Mag version, if you click Women's CT at the top, that will take you to the women's page. And again, same applies again, you just go down, pick on who you would like for the event, fill it all in. For full rules, where it explains everything, we've pretty much gone through everything there with you. The only thing that's worth mentioning is that because you're being scored on the points a surfer brings in from that as they surf, obviously if they win in round 1, they miss round 2, that doesn't mean that you don't get any points for round 2. What it means is that they will award you whatever the highest heat score is in that round. So if somebody gets a perfect heat and scores 20, you will also get 20 for any surfer that progresses through that heat. If the highest heat score is only a 15 though, you will only get 15 for any surfer that progresses through that heat. But it's basically a free card to the highest points available, so you really want to be, again, going for surfers that are going to skip those unnecessary round 2 and round 4 heats. Finally, you have a groups section here. So you can go around, set some groups up with your friends and compare and compete with each other. I'm just about to set a Surfing Connoisseur one up, so if you guys want to come and join us on it, that'd be brilliant. We can have some contests between us all. And finally, if you think there's anything I've missed, pop it in the comments below. Subscribe to my channel if you like these videos. If you'd rather some videos with some tips and tricks, again, subscribe to my channel, check out my other videos. I do have other videos with my suggestions for events and how to play Fantasy Surfer in general. This is really just a quick walkthrough on how to play it.